the youths need to understand is that like every job, everything in life is hard work. Whether you have to get an office job, same with farming. The only difference with farming is we wake up really early. We are early risers, so by 5 o'clock you're awake, especially if you've got animals. If you're taking produce to the market, you've got to do that early in the morning. You've got to also be hands-on in the field. You've also got to make sure that I think I cannot speak enough about observation.
Yes.
Observation is the key to you understanding. You've got to come and check your crops. How are they doing? What do I need to do? What is lacking? Because just like an animal would show you signs that it's sick,
yes,
a vegetable would do the same. Yes. So observation is key. So to the youth, I think, don't give up. Number one, have the right attitude. I think if you have the right attitude and the willingness to want to learn, then things will come the way you want them. And also to not give up. I think there's a tendency of, I want to do this now and I want it now. Do you know what I mean? But now doesn't happen. Sometimes it takes years to build something. So I think that's what the youth have to understand about farming or with any career.
You are a lady.
Correct.
Fully involved in farming.
Yes.
What advice do you have for other women who are also interested in farming?
For other women, what I want to tell them is, I'm actually a teacher by profession.
Okay.
So I met someone who told me to say, they said, Georgia, you're good with children. You're a good nurturer, because when you teach, you nurture. Just as she came to my house and she was like, oh, even your vegetables. So she says, you're good at nurture and nature. So I think because women, we're gifted, we're natural nurturers.
Yes.
So even when you're looking at a vegetable, you're nurturing it to become what is like your child. You're looking after your child to grow up to become this person. Do you know what I mean? But same thing for a vegetable. You've got to try to say, how can I nurture this vegetable for it to become the way I want it to be? Mm-hmm. So that's the advice I could give to my name is Georgia Shane Seno. The name of my farm is Farm to Home Investments. Basically, we have animals. So we keep sheep, we have cattle, we have goats, we have chickens and vegetables. The farm that we're currently standing on belongs to my parents. So of course, I think sometimes when you're younger, whatever you've been taught by your parents, you feel that you want to try to keep doing it better than what they have done. So that was why I wanted to get into farming. I also wanted to, allow Zambians to know or learn how to grow vegetables, because our generation or our children's generation do not know maybe where an onion comes from, how a tomato is grown. We just know how to eat it, but we don't know where it comes from and the work that goes into that particular vegetable or animal.
Okay, that's amazing. So here, what kind of crops do you have?
So we have, when I started this, as you can see, in Zambia we love to eat tomatoes.
Okay.
Everything is tomato and onion related.
Okay.
For gravy or soup, as we call it. So I have tomatoes, I have carrots, rape, cabbage, a lot of vegetables that I should say a Zambian family would eat.
Okay.
Yes.
And what are the duration of these vegetables?
So for tomatoes, it depends, determinant or indeterminate varieties. Some of them would last 3 months, some of them 6 months. Okay. It depends on how you trellis them and look after them.
Okay.
Yes. Trellising for tomatoes, basically, the weight. Tomatoes have weight as they start producing their fruit. So you've got to be able to trellis them so that they can stand the weight of the tomato. Otherwise, all your produce is just on the ground. We also try to prune them to avoid a bit of diseases. Tomato is one of the harder vegetables to grow. I mean, we consider it a fruit, fruit or vegetable. It's one of the harder vegetables to grow in comparison to something like, lettuce or spinach.
Okay.
Those are much easier to grow. Less labor, they're not really intensive.
Okay, that's amazing. You have varieties of crops.
Correct.
How do you manage water in this kind of system?
Water, you're right. Water has been interesting. It's been a challenge. We first started with sprinklers, but we found out that most vegetables do not like their leaves to get wet.
Okay.
So we moved on to drip irrigation.
Okay.
Reason being, of course, everyone knows that Zambia had a lot of load shedding. Okay. So drip irrigation is something that solar could take. You know, we don't need a lot of electricity to power sprinklers, drip. It's just mainly gravity and a little bit of effort on your pumps, should I say, to drip a bigger field.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, that's amazing. And I see you have some covers. What are these?
Okay, so the covers basically, you know, I got these covers. I got them from China. We call them insect netting. So what happens with this insect netting is they try to protect the vegetable that is under here. In this case, it's carrots. So if you notice, sometimes with weather changes, it's either you have heat, you have wind, you have insects. So everything combined really affects your vegetables. Vegetables do not like windy climate. It's like the weather just doesn't help them very much. Whether it's too hot, some like cold, like cabbage, broccoli, lettuce, they like the cold. But when you have changes in weather, vegetables love to have a more temperate, should I say, like a constant temperature.
Okay,
it shouldn't change too much.
This maintains like the temperature.
Yes, maintains the temperature, and then it also protects them against wind. Insects. Insect was the main thing that I wanted to protect them from insects.
Okay.
But what happens with the insects is that it's very difficult. You know, the moment they lay eggs, then everything gets populated and you still have a lot of insects. So the main thing of these nets was the insects, because I did not want to use insecticides and pesticides.
Okay.
YouTube has been a big contributor to learning.
Okay.
I think it's nice that you're able to access a lot of information online.
Okay.
So you can learn from what previous people have done. However, you can watch a video, but you still have to do it. You need to practice. Yes, practicalize and see and observe. So a lot of it is basically observation as well.
Okay. And in terms of the soil, what kind of soil is good for this kind of vegetable farming?
So what I notice is vegetables have different types of soil that they require. I'll give you an example of carrots. I've tried to grow carrots for the past 5 years, and the mistake that I've been making is we've been putting manure.
Okay.
I went to YouTube, tried to watch a million videos, and I was told to not put manure in carrots. Correct. And to dig your soil, to dig the ground very deep, because you know carrots have a long so we tried it. We said, okay, let's try. We dug it. We didn't put manure, and if you notice, this soil is slightly sandy.
Yes.
So it needs a more looser soil. And so this year, after many attempts, has been the year when we've actually had carrots.
Okay.
Yes. So not to give up. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So in terms of pests and diseases,
correct.
I know you have the net. Are these enough?
No, they're not.
So what are the challenges you face with pests and diseases?
You know, as I explained to you earlier, my logo for my company is responsible farming.
Yes.
So the hiccups that I've encountered as I've been farming is that you spend money to grow your crops or your vegetables, and at some point, because of climate change, there are so many insects around. So you're now forced to, that you don't use that crop, you're now forced to now use insecticide or pesticides. And that is one of the things that I have been discouraged, you know, as I've been growing vegetables, because I really wanted to grow them organically. I'm still trying to better it, because, you know, you have to try and not give up. So I'm trying to see if I can go away from, it's like, as you've seen, this bed has carrots. Carrots is not a very difficult thing to grow. But the moment you grow something like tomato, I'm trying to see if I can diversify. You know, as in mix, instead of me growing one thing in one bed, as in just growing tomatoes, I tried to grow diverse vegetables and see how how the biology or the biosystem can work. You know, because they say monocropping basically is what causes us to spray. So I've had to like research, you know, to see how I can try to improve on what I'm doing. So that is basically the challenge. I like to, what I say with our logo of responsible farming, I like to take out something that I am happy with. You know, when you buy insecticides and pesticides, I just read somewhere, you know, you have that skeleton, right? There's like a skull with the bones there.
Yes.
So someone said something interesting to say, why would you want to spray that when you know that there's that symbol there? You know? So you have to think about what you're doing, and I think that has been the hardest challenge for me is you're conscious basically on what you're putting out and what you're giving out to people.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
In terms of, I know farming has some beautiful parts, and there are also some challenges in farming.
Correct.
What are the challenges you face as a farmer?
Challenges basically, number one is, I could say, climate change, number one. You sort of like have to be prepared. You don't know when you're going to have a change in weather.
Okay.
Yes, so that's number one. Number two would be efficiency.
Efficiency.
Yes, I would love to be more efficient. When I say more efficient, it's like, you know, when you look at the way I've set up my beds, we have 38 beds in one plot.
Okay.
The reason why I did that was because I was trying to see how I could, you know, crop rotate. So all of that requires a lot of planning. So in order for you to be efficient, you have to plan to say, okay, if I take this vegetable out, what do I put in after that? So yeah, efficiency, we need to be more efficient. Challenges with the market, I think, you know, as a farmer, you have to be able to take your produce straight to the market and not to go through a middleman.
Not to go through the middleman.
Yes, because I wish people understood that farming it's a process, you know, from the time we grow the seedling, vegetable, harvest, we've got to take it to the market.
Yes.
So all of that is something, it's the effort that we put into there. But then when we have the middleman, it's like you're basically selling vegetables at a wholesale price, which doesn't necessarily help you. It has to be at a retail price for the amount of effort and the amount of like your work to get a good vegetable out to people. Yes, is where I would say the challenge. Those are the challenges. The marketing. You've got to also. People think that it's mainly just growing. You have to also market those vegetables for them to go. So it's like an end-to-end process. You know, from the seeds to seedling to marketing, distribution, and yeah. So that's where I think the challenge is coming.
This is very green.
Correct.
What are the secrets?
I've learned from, you know, we have a lot of manure on the farm because we have animals. And then during the rainy season, you know, we used to have, this farm basically was, my parents had leased it out to someone who did moringa.
Okay.
So over the years, I've tried to do some research on how I could save costs on fertilizer. So one of the things that we put into here is, if you see those drums, I don't know if you can see them, those 1,000 liter drums.
Yes.
What we do with there is we put water in there and we put moringa. So moringa is this one, right? I don't have any plants here. Right here.
Yeah, that's moringa.
Yes. So we get the moringa, we put it in those drums for about 2 weeks. So moringa or either chicken manure. During the rainy season, I learned this, I don't know, I think you've heard about him. He's an organic farmer in Zambia, the radical farmer.
The radical farmer.
Yes, so on his videos, he talked a lot about tithonia. So tithonia is something that I didn't know that I had around the farm. Like in the rainy season, it just grows.
Okay, shout out to the radical farmer.
Thank you.
He's doing a good job.
So tithonia is something that in the rainy season I would use to put in those drums. But because right now I don't have any tithonia, I use a lot of moringa and chicken manure to try and make these vegetables look the way they're looking. So we don't use any fertilizer on the farm.
Wow.
To try and
indeed, it's very, very green.
To try and save costs. So the aim of Farm to Home is to, we've managed to get out of no fertilizer. It's the pesticides and the insecticides that I've got to work on. If I can do that, then I'll be happy.
You'll get there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's amazing.
I'm happy that currently what I've heard is that the curriculum has changed. Okay. They're now including agriculture in the curriculum. The only unfortunate thing is most schools, I think, do not have the space to do what we are doing. So I would really like, I would urge the Ministry of Agriculture. Not everyone. I'm a teacher. I'm a math teacher. Not everyone is gifted with wanting to be a mathematician or a doctor. Allow children to experience other things other than the academic side of life. There is the hands-on part to life. So if we can improve on our vocation, if we can improve on farming, I'm happy that the president is also a farmer. So it's now kind of like opening our eyes to what we need to do.
Amazing.
Yeah.
In terms of the market, how do you locate the market for your produce, or do you just rely fully on middlemen?
You see, like currently, with rape, like let's just say certain vegetables like rape and Chinese cabbage and cabbage, your main market is basically the one that's closest to you. If you have to take it to the bigger markets, then it requires you, of course, you've got to think about your transportation. You've got to think about getting there, and then you see that is where the middlemen are. So prices, I guess, for the day are negotiated based on that current price for the day. Market, I'm hoping that we could have maybe the government trying to help, to say that, okay, this area, this could be the place where sort of like a cooperative that could involve farmers, especially for vegetables. Because my main vegetables, like the common ones, are usually taken to the market, which is right here. And then when you think about the cost, it's very, very different in comparison to when you have to take it to Lusaka, because that's an urban area. Yes.
Okay, that's amazing.
Thank you.
And for someone like myself, or our viewers out there who are interested in starting the vegetable farming, what are the basic things they need to have in mind before getting into this business?
I think the first basic thing would be, I feel, start small, so that you can understand what it is to grow. Like how they say, everything starts with small steps.
Yes.
So start small, observe it, have that as your learning ground, because the moment you expand it and take it to a bigger section, it's not the same as you saying, I'm just going to make this bigger.
Yeah.
Because with it becoming bigger, you also experience more challenges. Okay. So start small, get your, I could say, if it's a business, start advertising, get some feedback from people to say, okay, how are your vegetables? How do they taste? Be proud as well of what you're taking out to people, not to just sell it for the sake of selling it. Okay. I think that is the mistake that we make. It's like we're trying to produce something on a large scale, but we're not proud of what we are putting out there. Okay. So I think that would be my advice to new farmers. And I know people say that it's the passion, but it's also the care. Yes. I think we have to care more about what we're giving out or what we're putting out.
Okay, that's amazing. And you are involved in the cropping system. I know there is a lot of seeds that are involved.
Correct.
How important is good quality seeds, and how do you source your seeds?
So for seeds, yeah, it's good that you said that. People, seeds, if you can see, there's a greenhouse that I have there. I had tried to grow some seedlings so that I could have the seedlings and then it would be easy for me. I had challenges with growing seedlings. I think seedlings is also an art. So that is something that I have to master. So as for now, I get my seedlings from Sunshine Seedlings, which is our neighbor. Okay. I think when you're driving along, you saw Sunshine Seedlings. Yeah, they have good quality seedlings. But as I was saying, as a farmer, you want to try and produce everything from end to end. So from the seedlings to up until you harvest, because seedlings are also expensive. You have to try to say, how can I grow my own seedlings? Because if you buy a packet, let's just say a packet of, I think that's 35 grams or 50 grams, is about, let's just say 40 kwacha. Some seedlings currently are going per seedling, they're going at 14 ngwe above. So when you multiply that cost, it adds up. So advice to some of people who would like to grow vegetables is try to learn how to grow the seedlings so that at least it doesn't take off from your profit. when you're growing the seedlings, because when you have 100 seedlings, you're multiplying that. It adds up as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's expensive.
It is expensive, correct. But they have quality seedlings. But when you're trying, you have to learn to say, okay, how can I get this seedling to be the best seedling so that when I plant it, it gives me an excellent product.
Okay. So which weather is good for growing vegetable? Is it winter or summer?
Oh, winter is the best. I feel, yes. I feel in winter I can grow more with less diseases. Summer comes with, things like peppers, tomatoes, require a lot of heat.
Okay.
But the majority of your other vegetables, I think, in my opinion, do better in winter.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about water consumption?
Water consumption, what we try to do, this field hasn't been mulched. I'll try and show you some fields if we go that way. Okay. What we try to do is the moment we plant our seedlings, we try to mulch them. So if you've noticed, we have a lot of grass around here. I've also tried to grow some lemongrass there as a way of, in future, when it multiplies, I can use it as a mulch.
That's a mulch.
Because the lemon also repels insects. But currently, because my lemongrass is limited, I use just normal grass to mulch. The mulching one helps with the weeds. It also helps to contain the moisture in the ground.
Okay.
Yes, so that's the reason why we have to mulch. As you said, with water, of course, in summer it's evaporation, it's higher. So that's the reason why we've just learned to constantly mulch. Winter, summer, be it whatever season, we just mulch. Because of weeds. Weeds take time on a farm. Like, we could take so many days weeding. Okay. Because I'm not, as I said, I don't advocate for weed killer.
Okay.
So I've got to come in here with my stuff and we've got to try and weed. So that's also time consuming. So rather than weeding manually, we try to say, okay, the moment we transplant our seedlings, we mulch it straight away.
Okay. That's wise.
Thank you.
That's amazing. So for our viewers out there who are interested in making you as a mentor,
okay.
I know you learn from somebody online. Those
yes.
who want to have you as a mentor, those who want to buy some vegetables from you, right? How can they get in touch with you?
Viewers are welcome at any time to come to Farm to Home. We are located off Great North Road. We have a sign there, Farm to Home Investments. You can contact us through our email, which is farmtohomeinvestments@gmail.com, okay. Or you can phone me on 0975 26 32 32, and that's how they could. Or we also have a Facebook page, Farm to Home Investments. You can just search us on Facebook and you'll be able to see us.
Okay.
Yes, we're not, I know we may delay to reply because we're busy in the field. We try to micromanage a lot of things. Yes. So I know if they send a message and we will get back to them. Yes.
Okay, that's amazing.
Thank you,
ma'am. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much for coming.
It's been an honor speaking with you.
Thank you so much for coming.
We wish you the very best in your cropping business and every other vegetable and agricultural endeavor. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us on your show. Thank you.
Dear viewers, you heard it all from the great farmer. Start small. With the little capital you have, start small. With the little space you have, farming is good. You learn every day from doing it. Practical is the most important aspect of farming. Thank you for watching. If you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe, click the notification bell, like, comment, so you never miss an episode on agriculture that matters. Until then,